Hello everyone, welcome to the video series on current affairs. Under this segment, we will analyze the new draft rules for online gaming in India, which were recently released by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Recently, the draft online gaming rules were introduced as an amendment to the Information Technology, Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code Rules 2021. These rules are aimed at safeguarding users against potential harm from skill-based games and attempts to regulate online gaming platforms as intermediaries. These rules also proposed a ban on betting and wagering in online games. With the release of draft rules, the debate on issues faced by the gaming industry for quite some time has revived. These issues include the ambiguity over the distinction between games of skill and games of chance, and whether the industry should be regulated by the union government or the state government. Before going for an elaborate discussion on the draft rules, let us first discuss the state of online gaming in India. India's online gaming industry has seen huge growth in the last few years. Between 2017 and 2020, this industry grew at a compound annual growth rate of 38% in India, as opposed to 8% in the China and 10% in the USA. As per the management consulting company Boston Consulting Group, the revenue of the Indian mobile gaming industry is expected to reach $5 billion in 2025. Also aided by the COVID-19 pandemic, this sector witnessed a boost in the user base and has attracted an unprecedented investment and innovation. Therefore, the online gaming industry has various macroeconomic benefits like boosting employment, attracting foreign direct investment, etc. In this context, Minister of State for Electronics and Information Technology, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, described online gaming as a very important piece of the startup ecosystem. However, the online gaming operators in India have long sailed in an unregulated space. Also, there are few negative impacts of this industry on the country. For example, there are concerns of negative behavior arising out of addiction, especially among the lesser aged children. Also, there are cybersecurity issues and many currencies like cryptocurrencies are involved in this. This is evident from the ban imposed on games like PUBG mobile gaming, as it was deemed a threat to national security. Even the Minister of State for Electronics and IT highlighted that around 40 to 45% of the gamers in India are women, and therefore it was important to keep the gaming ecosystem safe. To further understand the gaming ecosystem, let's have a discussion on the current legal landscape of online gaming in India. In India, we distinguish a game into two choices: game of skill and game of chance. Primarily, gaming in India is regulated based on the Public Gambling Act of 1867. According to this law, game of chance includes games which are at the mercy of chance and are referred to as gambling. Also, game of skill involves games which have an element of skill. These games are permitted by the law. Those games involving gambling are not permitted and are considered as criminal offence in much of India. Since the Public Gaming Act was passed in 1867, it does not mention any gambling activities online. Hence, this makes online gambling neither legal nor illegal. Also, it is observed that even the Information Technology Act of 2000 has no mention of any online gaming activities. Therefore, we can say that the Public Gaming Act of 1867 is not adequately equipped to handle the challenges of digital casinos, online gambling, and online gaming. This made going online the most convenient way for people to gamble, and with India's growing online population, online gaming has also become more prominent. Now, if we analyze the regulatory environment of online games in all the 28 states of India, we can observe that operators of online real games often face contrary laws, state specific bans, and criminal proceedings on account of their games being classified as gambling. This raises a question of why there are state-specific changes when we have a common law under the Public Gaming Act of 1867. To answer this question, we will seek help from the Constitution of India. Under its 7th schedule, the Constitution grants each state exclusive power to enact its own laws on betting and gambling for its own territory. Hence, gambling in India is a state subject. Therefore, the Public Gambling Act 1867 has been adopted by some states like Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, and Haryana with or without making amendments to it. Some other states have enacted their own legislation to regulate gaming, gambling activities within their territories under their own gaming laws. In the present time, there is a rise of online gaming in India, and with this, several issues that we discussed in the earlier part of the video have arisen. Hence, several states have taken legal measures to regulate online gaming. For example, in 2017, Telangana banned all forms of online gaming and gambling through an amendment to the Telangana Gaming Act. Chhattisgarh proposed a ban on chance-based gaming for money. Tamil Nadu banned some skill-based online games, and even Karnataka has implemented a ban on online games. These developments have taken shape despite a High Court ruling under the All India Gaming Federation versus State of Karnataka that states only have the power to regulate gambling and not online gaming. Also, over the years, several bodies, including Niti Aayog in 2021, have recommended uniform central regulation for online gaming. In this context, recently the central government notified a change in Government of India Allocation of Business Rules 1961. These changes brought the matters relating to online gaming under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Hence, on January 3 this year, the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology proposed amendments to the Draft Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code Rules 2021, which are also referred to as Draft IT Rules. After understanding the legal structure related to online gaming, let us now shift our focus towards the Draft IT Rules. These Draft IT Rules define what is online gaming and online gaming intermediary. As per the rules, an online game is one that is offered on the internet and is accessible by a user through a computer resource if he makes a deposit with the expectation of earning winnings. Winning here means any prize, whether in cash or kind, which is to be given to the participant based on the performance of the user and in accordance with the rules of the game. This statement therefore addresses the issue related to the definitions of a game of skill and game of chance. It is because the term game of skill, though used in the Public Gaming Act 1867, was not defined. Also, an online gaming intermediary means an intermediary that offers one or more than one online game on the internet. Here, intermediary refers to the gaming company which offers online gaming services to the users. The rules also propose to set up a self-regulatory body for registration of the online games and grievance redressal. This body will comprise of 5 members from diverse fields such as medicine, online gaming, public policy, IT, and psychology. The rules state that there could be more than one self-regulatory body. These will have to inform the central government about the games they have registered along with the criteria used for registering. This body must further ensure that the registered games don't have anything which is not in the interest of sovereignty and integrity of India, defense of India, security of the state, friendly relations with foreign states, or public order. The self-regulating body's framework also includes safeguards to protect the children. This includes repeated warning messages if a user exceeds a reasonable duration while playing a certain game. This has been proposed especially to combat addiction among the users. Also, These self-regulatory bodies will have to be registered with the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. This co-regulatory approach allows for top-down and conventional rulemaking on certain key aspects while allowing expert self-regulating bodies to tailor industry-specific norms in a dynamic and flexible manner. Further, the rules mandated know your customer rules for gamers and online gaming intermediaries. Under these, the online gaming intermediaries are required to undertake KYC of the users, and for this, they will have to follow norms laid down for entities regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. Also, online gaming intermediaries need to have a physical presence in India, have resident chief compliance officers and nodal officers to interact with law enforcement agencies to deal with user complaints. The proposed rules also say that online gaming companies will not be allowed to engage in betting on the outcome of games. Now, this brings us towards the end of our video discussion. To conclude, we can say that the lack of centralized rules regarding online gaming prompted various state government authorities to modify the Public Gaming Act 1867 to govern the online gaming space. This also created issues of taxation and GST on online gaming, which are yet to be resolved. Despite all these hurdles, an industry which was flourishing and functioning in a grey area is finally seeing some steps towards steering out of the grey. Hence, we can observe that a self-regulatory body, mandatory know your customer norms verification, and a grievance redressal mechanism are among the key proposals in the draft rules of online gaming released by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. However, the issue of whether online gaming can be regulated by the center or states has not been resolved yet and is still pending. The proposed draft IT rules on online gaming as they currently stand have much scope for discussion and public participation. The Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has invited comments on the draft rules, and the final rules may be ready by the next month. Thank you.